So hello everyone, in this video we will see the use of transmission lines in communication and navigation in an aircraft. So in aircraft industry, the backbone of aircraft communication and navigation is avionics. Okay. Avionics is the set of electronic systems used in aircraft encompassing communication, navigation and monitoring. Right? And in this presentation we will see the vital role of transmission lines in enhancing aviation efficiency and safety through effective systems of communication and navigation. Now let us see transmission lines. So transmission lines are specialized conductors that transport electrical signals and energy. These transmission lines are important in ensuring that the integrity of signals is maintained over long distances, which is essential for communication in aviation. Right? Let us see more in depth about transmission lines. So transmission lines involve four major components that we have to keep in mind. First is signal transmission, impedance matching, propagation of the signal and attenuation of the signal. Okay. I will be providing the PDF of this document so you can check it out later. Now let us see some of the very important characteristics and features of transmission lines. Okay. This is very necessary to understand if we want to relate it with the concept of avionics. First is impedance. So impedance is basically the resistance to electrical current flow in the line. Second one is attenuation. Attenuation is the signal reduction as it travels along the line. Okay, the reduction in the signal as it travels along the line. Then comes velocity factor. The ratio of signal velocity to the speed of light is called velocity factor. Now we'll see frequency ranges. The range of frequencies that the line can effectively transmit is considered under frequency range. Now let us come to types of transmission lines. So there are basically three types of transmission lines which are important in avionics. The first one is coaxial cables, twisted pair cables and fiber optics. And each of these transmission line has its own merits and demerits, and depending upon the need we use different types of transmission lines. Okay. Now let us see which types of transmission line, what are the configuration of transmission lines that we use in avionics. Twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, microstrip lines, right? And as I said earlier, each transmission line has its own merit and demerit. So it depends which kind of transmission line we are using for which purpose. Okay, it can happen that for communication we use twisted pair cable. Okay, for coaxial cable we can navigate, and microstrip lines can be used for encompassing. Okay, so each transmission line has its own advantage and disadvantage and its own purpose, right? Now another concept which is very important to keep in mind is impedance matching. This is very crucial. Okay, now impedance matching is a crucial concept in transmission line design, as I earlier said, ensuring that the signal energy is effectively transferred from the source to the load. Now what is the source in avionics? Source in the avionics is the air traffic controller, the ATC. And what is the load? The load is the pilot's cockpit. Okay, the person who flies the aircraft, right? So as effectively transfers the source to the load, minimizing signal reflections and maximizing transmission efficiency, right? Now optimization is critical for ensuring clear and signal transmission in electronic systems, avionics systems. Okay, signal reflection, you can read about them, impedance matching techniques and benefits. Now this is very important. What are the benefits of impedance matching, right? So impedance matching improves signal clarity, it reduces power loss, it ensures optimal signal transmission throughout the avionics system. Okay, now a very obvious question comes in our mind: what is the importance of communication? Why is it necessary? So the answer is also very simple. An aircraft flies at an average height of 10,000 feet. So on ground there is the air traffic controller who guides the pilot. Okay, the pilot who flies the aeroplane, the air traffic controller guides the pilot on in which direction the plane should be going, at what angle it should touch down to the runway so that it can land, and how to take off the airplane. Okay, all the necessary information related to the operations of the flight is controlled by the air traffic controller who instructs the pilot, right? Now let us see the popular navigation systems which we use. You must have heard about the term GPS, Global Positioning System, and another one is Inertial Navigation Systems, the INS. These rely on accurate signal transmission. Okay, Transmission lines ensure that these systems receive the necessary data to provide precise positioning information, which is crucial for safe flight operations. Okay, so this information which is transmitted by the transmitted lines should be very precise because it is crucial for safe flight operations. Okay, now let us see the challenges which we incur in transmission. So transmission lines face challenges such as degradation of the signal, environmental factors, the birds and other flies which come in the way of the airplane, interference. Okay, so these challenges are very necessary so that effective transmission can be conducted from the ATC to the pilot, right? And at last, transmission lines play a critical role in the success of avionics, communication and navigation systems. I hope that you understood the concept of avionics and the role of transmission lines in avionics. If you like this video, kindly like it and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.